What if I told you that behind the charm and dazzling dance moves of Gene Kelly, there was a darker story of relentless demands, secret battles, and Hollywood conflicts? Today, we uncover the little-known truths behind a legend who changed musicals forever. Born in 1912, Gene Kelly grew up amidst the lively energy of an Irish-American family in Pittsburgh. His mother, Harriet, had a passion, a deep love for the arts, and insisted that her children learn to sing and dance. However, young Gene found dance to be embarrassing, preferring sports and athletics instead. As he approached 15, the tide began to turn when he realized dance could be a means of impressing girls and outshining bullies. Thus began the journey of crafting a style that blended strength with smoothness, laying the foundation for his future fame. Early steps on Broadway saw him grapple with the demands of performance, all while trying to navigate the transition from a student to a star. With a small role in Leave It to Me, Kelly would seek recognition and eventually rise to stardom, capturing the hearts of audiences. But as we dive deeper into his tale, we'll reveal not only his triumphs, but also the struggles he faced behind the scenes. This is the story of a man whose artistry left a mark, yet whose pursuit of perfection sometimes had devastating effects on those around him. Join me as we explore the complex life and legacy of Gene Kelly, the man behind the iconic roles, and the greater story of Hollywood in a time of change. Early life and reluctance to dance. Gene Kelly was born in 1912 into a lively Irish-American family in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His mother, Harriet, was a passionate advocate for the arts and believed that music and dance were essential to education. She encouraged all her children to learn to sing and dance, hoping to instill a sense of creativity and expression in them. However, Gene was reluctant, feeling that dance was embarrassing compared to the more masculine pursuits of baseball and gymnastics. In his early years, he faced teasing from neighborhood kids who mocked him for taking dance lessons. This put a strain on his confidence and made him distance himself from dance as a child. It wasn't until he turned 15 that a pivotal moment changed his perspective. He began to realize that dancing could impress girls and give him an edge over those same boys who had previously made fun of him. This newfound insight led him to embrace dance, which he started seeing as another form of athleticism, blending strength with grace. The freedom of movement and the rhythm captivated him, allowing him to connect with his body in new ways. Unbeknownst to him, he was beginning to fashion a unique style that would set him apart in the world of dance, a style that would eventually bring him fame and recognition that few could imagine. His reluctance transformed into passion, igniting a journey that would lead him from the streets of Pittsburgh to the bright lights of Broadway, and then Hollywood, forever changing the landscape of musical cinema. From university to Broadway breakthrough. Though Gene Kelly initially embarked on a path of studying economics at the University of Pittsburgh, his passion for the performing arts proved irresistible, pulling him towards theater. During his time at university, he joined the Cap and Gown Club, a student theater group, where his love for dance and performance truly flourished. Initially, Gene performed in their musicals, but his talent soon led him to become the club's director, allowing him to explore choreography and staging, shaping his budding career. It was during this period, from 1934 to 1938, that Kelly honed his craft and developed a deeper understanding of the theater's dynamics. He not only learned to connect with audiences, but also grasped the significance of movement as a storytelling device. In 1938, after years of dedication, he made his Broadway debut in Leave It to Me, a musical comedy by Cole Porter. Though his role as a secretary to an ambassador was small, it marked a crucial turning point in his career. His performance was seen by choreographer Robert Alton, who recognized Kelly's potential and helped him secure more significant roles. Soon, he starred in Pal Joey, which opened in 1940, where he portrayed a flawed yet charming nightclub performer. This role captivated audiences and solidified Kelly's place on Broadway. His ability to blend dance, acting, and charisma began to set him apart, as he evolved into a captivating performer, proving that he was not only a star on stage, but also a talented innovator shaping the future of musicals. Hollywood arrival and early film challenges. Despite Hollywood's confidence, no screen test needed, Kelly's start in film was shaky. Paired with Judy Garland in For Me and My Gal, 1942, Kelly struggled with the new medium, leaning heavily on Garland's support. She was already a star, while he was just finding his footing. Early roles, including war dramas and darker films, didn't gain much attention. Kelly longed for opportunities to showcase his unique talents, but found himself often relegated to side characters in smaller films. He fought against Hollywood's attempts to pigeonhole him, refusing to be just another face in the crowd. Instead, he saw himself as a multi-talented performer, wanting to break the mold. His dedication paid off when he got cast in musicals that highlighted both his dancing prowess and his charm. For Me and My Gal was a significant moment for Kelly, marking his debut in front of the camera. Critics praised the film's energy, but Kelly's performance was a learning experience as he navigated the different demands of cinematic acting compared to live theater. During this period, he started refining his on-screen presence, experimenting with his performances to better suit the film format. He realized acting in films required a new set of skills, demanding subtlety over the grand gestures he was accustomed to on stage. Kelly learned, quickly adjusting his approach to not just dance, but to act, establishing a reputation for giving 100% to every role. Ultimately, through trial and error, Kelly began to blossom as a movie star, setting the stage for the groundbreaking performances that would soon become his hallmark. Innovating musicals and pushing boundaries. Kelly wasn't content with traditional musical norms. His vision pushed the boundaries of what musicals could be. Films like Anchors Away introduced groundbreaking dance sequences, such as dancing with a cartoon mouse, blending live action and animation in ways that had never been seen before. This innovative approach captivated audiences and showcased Kelly's creativity, allowing him to express complex emotions through dance. His collaboration with animator Bill Hanna and director Joseph Barbera became a turning point, as it demonstrated the seamless integration of animation and real performance, setting a new standard for the industry. Meanwhile, Kelly's work on the town took cameras off studio sets, capturing the vibrant energy of New York City streets, which provided a fresh backdrop for the musical numbers. The film opened with New York, New York, an exhilarating number that showcased not only the city, but also the excitement of urban life. Recognizing the potential for dance to convey deeper narratives, Kelly and his team redefined choreography, creating visually stunning sequences that told stories rather than merely serving as entertainment. His iconic role in Singing in the Rain further pushed musical boundaries, blending spoken dialogue, song, and intricate dance to reflect Hollywood's transition from silent films to sound. The famous scene of Kelly dancing in the rain is a testament to his ability to convey emotion through movement. It looked effortless, yet it was the result of meticulous planning and hard work. In every project, he aimed for perfection, always challenging his co-stars and reminding audiences that musicals could reflect real experiences and emotions. Relentless perfectionism and on-set conflicts. Gene Kelly was renowned for his relentless pursuit of perfection, and that drive for excellence often led to intense conflicts on set. His co-stars frequently described him as a perfectionist, pushing them to deliver outstanding performances, sometimes at their own expense. In particular, Debbie Reynolds, who starred alongside him in Singing in the Rain, faced grueling rehearsals that lasted upwards of 15 hours. She later revealed that the pressure left her feet bleeding as she tried to match Kelly's demanding expectations. His high standards and unyielding nature made collaboration difficult, but it also fueled a legacy of unforgettable performances. Kelly's attention to detail was extreme, creating a work environment that could be both exhilarating and exhausting. His desire for flawless choreography often meant that each take had to be perfect. This obsession led to a no-nonsense atmosphere, leaving little room for error. The results were often spectacular, but the cost of that perfection was a toll on the mental and physical well-being of his fellow actors. Co-stars like Esther Williams provided insight into how uncomfortable it could be, as he would go as far as to ask them to adjust their posture for the sake of appearance. And this kind of control was seen as a reflection of his own insecurities. While many admired his genius and dedication, they also bore the brunt of his tyrannical approach, resulting in a complicated legacy that included both admiration for his artistry and an understanding of the human cost involved. For Kelly, the drive for perfection was inseparable from his identity, shaping not only his career, but also his relationships on set. Personal life entwined with controversy. Gene Kelly's personal life was often overshadowed by controversies, bringing challenges that complicated both his career and relationships. His marriage to Betsy Blair, for instance, was celebrated but not serene. They were admired for their talent, yet faced immense pressures from the media and societal expectations, especially during the tense political climate of the McCarthy era, when Blair's support for left-wing causes made her a target, despite never being a member of the Communist Party. She found herself blacklisted, losing roles that she had lined up. The scrutiny affected their marriage, creating visible strain. Kelly stood by her, but the weight of Hollywood's gaze became unbearable, eventually leading to their divorce in 1957. Even as he achieved fame, Kelly struggled with the impact of his wife's political stance on their lives, further complicating his longing for a family life. After the divorce, he married Jean Coyne, a dancer who had been in his professional orbit for years. Her previous marriage to his creative partner, Stanley Donen, added another layer of complexity to their relationship. But deep down, they shared a long-standing connection. Their union marked a shift for Kelly, helping him step back from the rigors of Hollywood. Yet the shadow of his past relationships and the accompanying controversies never fully dissipated. Throughout his life, he navigated these challenges with a commitment to his family. Yet these episodes remind us that even icons like Kelly faced personal battles that were far from glamorous. Later career and legacy. As musicals faded in popularity, Gene Kelly reinvented himself, focusing on directing and producing projects that reflected his unique vision. He took on A Guide for the Married Man in 1967, a fast-paced comedy that employed humor to discuss themes of temptation, infidelity, and marriage. Kelly's keen eye for choreography still shone throughout the film. He became involved in the critically acclaimed documentary series, That's Entertainment, which showcased classic MGM musicals. Not only did he host and narrate, but also provided behind-the-scenes stories that added authenticity and depth to the series. As he matured, Kelly's priorities shifted toward family life. In 1990, he married Patricia Ward Kelly, whom he loved dearly. During the 1990s, his health began to decline significantly when he suffered a stroke in 1994, followed by a second stroke in 1995, leaving him weakened. Yet he continued to work, albeit less frequently, prioritizing moments with his family over the bright lights of Hollywood. Today, Gene Kelly is celebrated as a pioneer who changed the landscape of film dance forever, blending athleticism with artistry. His influence on filmmakers and dancers remains profound. His legacy is not just in the classics he created, but in the impact he made on Hollywood and its musical evolution. Numerous tributes poured in after his passing in 1996, affirming his status as a legend. Ultimately, Kelly's story reminds us that behind the magic of showbiz lies a person juggling aspirations, challenges, and the pursuit of a lasting legacy. Gene Kelly's story encapsulates the relentless pursuit of excellence, the transformative power of art, and the complexities of human relationships, especially in the high-stakes world of Hollywood. As one of the most pioneering figures in musical history, his impact is undeniable, yet it comes with a narrative colored by personal sacrifices, intense demands, and the toll of artistic obsession. Throughout his life, Kelly navigated the delicate balance between professional success and personal happiness, often pushing those around him to their limits in his quest for perfection. His relationships with co-stars, particularly with talented actresses like Debbie Reynolds, reveal not only the challenges of collaborating with a perfectionist, but also the resilience and determination that characterize many performers in the industry. The legacy of Gene Kelly is not just about the iconic dance sequences or the groundbreaking films he created, but also about the lessons learned from his successes and failures, the pressures of fame, and the search for authenticity in a world often defined by superficiality. As we reflect on Kelly's life, we are reminded of the importance of balance between ambition and compassion, the drive for achievement, and the need to nurture meaningful connections with others. Ultimately, Kelly's story serves as a testament to the enduring power of art to capture the human experience, inspire generations, and leave behind a legacy that transcends time, encouraging us to pursue our passions while cherishing the relationships that enrich our lives.